Good afternoon. My name is Konstantinos. I come from Cyprus and I am an Emirates wannabe. So let's start our journey. At first, what the video is all about? As mentioned earlier, the sole purpose of the video is to demystify the Emirates cabin crew resignations. So part two. What is the author opinion about this subject, the resignations from a small part of the Emirates cabin crew? So I will begin by saying that, in my own opinion, it is a life-changing opportunity or a lifetime opportunity, especially for a very young person in his early 20s to work in the role of cabin crew in Emirates. This is because he will have the opportunity to work, learn, and grow in one of the financial hubs or capitals of the world, which is not else than Dubai. Also, I believe the reason for calling the selection call golden call is because it is, in my opinion, it is a golden opportunity for someone, again, to work, learn and grow in one of the financial hubs or capitals of the world, which is not else than Dubai. So it's a golden opportunity. So, and I am still wondering why someone wastes such an opportunity, especially if he or she is on the early 20s, in the early stages of his or her career life cycle. If we think about it, in the end of the Emirates journey, if someone chooses either to resign or not to accept a contract renewal from Emirates, then with the proper preparation, he may move to other sectors of Dubai, such as the real estate sector, the gaming sector, the e-commerce sector, the shipping sector, and so on. So that's why I mentioned it's a lifetime opportunity, and in my opinion, anyone that resigns without a proper reason, it's a waste. They waste this particular opportunity. So, part 3, reasons for resignation. The main reasons for resignation are lack of promotions, even for cabin crew with key performance indicators for long time periods. So what I mean, so there are a lot of cabin crew that because even with high performance in their everyday in the day-to-day duties, they would not receive promotions. So they remain stagnant in the same position, for example, economy class or business class, for a long time period, sometimes for 3 years, for 4 years, for 5 years, or maybe for 6 years. I don't know, maybe even more. So they feel that they do not grow in the company. They feel that the company does not appreciate their continuous effort, so they choose to resign. The second reason is the continuous jet lag. And let's move on. The third reason is the continuous lack of sleep. The fourth reason is the long absence of friends and family. The fifth reason is the loneliness. The sixth reason is the longevity of the working hours. The seventh reason are the main parsers or the main supervisors, and the eighth reason is the consistent working schedule. Now, let's move to the conclusion of my analysis. Let's say, at first, in my opinion, anyone that is working for Emirates, for such a reputable and recognizable company, before he or she submit the final resignation letter, they have to think the impact that this will have in their financial life. So they have to think the financial part of the equation. So after they resign, will they keep receiving the same salary or benefits from their new employers? And at second, does a bit of jet lag, a bit of lack of sleep, a bit of loneliness, or a bit of long working hours worth living the Dubai dream behind? In my opinion, the answer to the particular question is definitely a big no. So let's move to the second part of my conclusion. In my opinion, outside the aviation sector, in many industries, we may find also long working hours and more than mean supervisors. And I am referring to the hospitality sector, to the hotels, the restaurants, and also the cafeterias. What an Emirates cabin crew have to remember, or let's make it more clear, what an aspired Emirates cabin crew have to remember, and also what an already established Emirates cabin crew have to remember. 1. A cabin crew is not about customer service only. 2. A cabin crew is a safety steward for the flight. He or she is responsible for the safety of the passengers and also is responsible to force necessary safety protocols on air, on board the plane. Also, the cabin crew is responsible to provide emergency first aid assistance to passengers on board the plane during the flight. Number 3, a cabin crew is responsible to wait the customers. That means to provide food and beverage on board the flight. Number 4, the cabin crew is like the kitchen assistant on board the plane. That means in the galley area of the airplane, the cabin crew needs to prepare the food served to the customers. Number 5, the cabin crew are on board sales representatives of the company. That means they are responsible to sell duty-free merchandise to the airline customers. Number 6, the cabin crew is the first point of contact between the customers and the onboard supervisors and in essence the company in order to handle potential complaints or potential requests from the passengers of the flight and in essence the customers of the company. So as we see, a cabin crew is not a sole trade, but is a multi-trade job. In addition, cabin crew is a job or a trade, if you like, that is targeting outgoing, socializing individuals that like to be surrounded by people and serve people. In a sense, the cabin crew trade, it is not a one-time hustle in order for someone to make quick money, but it, in the case of Emirates, it is a life-changing opportunity. And please remember, in my opinion, it is by part the cabin crew role, it is by part a hospitality job. What I mean, in my opinion, anyone working in Emirates in the role of cabin crew need to handle, and I underline this, every single flight like the hospitality staff handles the 15th of August in the hospitality industry, in the hotels and resorts during the hospitality summer season. What I mean is that the cabin crew always have to be prepared for a lengthy work day with a lot of demand from the immediate supervisors and the customers of the company. In essence, ladies and gentlemen, you need to find your sonic mode and show your first-class service skills to your immediate supervisors and the company customers. What you need, in essence, what you need to find the spark that will give you the energy to provide the best service of your career and leave the customers and the immediate supervisors with a positive impression. In essence, every single day in the work, you need to give your soul. Every single day, if you like or not. It's like the 15th of August in hotels. The 15th of August is the peak of the summer season. The waiting staff, the receptionist, the management, all as a group move from the first second from the first second up to the last second of their shifts in order for them to fulfill the needs of the customers, because a hotel without the customers means a hotel without a reason to exist, means a hotel without personnel. And what this means for the hotel staff: no opportunities, no jobs, no money in the end of the day. So things like this, either you will find your sonic mode, or at the end of the day there is a high probability that you will not have money in the end of the month for your basic needs. So do your best to leave your immediate supervisors and the customers of the company with a positive impression. And also, again, just find your sonic mode, and please do not leave the golden opportunity move away from your hands. So at the end of the day, this is Konstantinos. Thank you for watching the particular video. See you in the next one, and have a nice day.